It's 12:05, Sunday night before work. Um, I'm not going to sleep till 3 because I have onset insomnia and I dread going to work on Monday, so I might as well finish my market strategies for this week. So I don't look forward to work this week. However, I only have 2 watch assessments, which I might actually stand a chance on passing. However, I am going to get some good trades on this week, and there were several good trades I didn't take last week. Like I missed a few important trendline breaks. For example, this is copper, and this trend line right here, this goes right back to when? It goes right back to August 27th. Has lots of confirmations in September, and you can see it got broken on the 19th and dropped 700 points. And then if we zoom in, there's a new trend line. These are 1-hour candlesticks. You go to 5-minute candlesticks, and it's near perfect. There's 4 contacts on this trend line. You can see there it is there. Look, right to the cent. There's only a few dollars difference. If you scroll back, you can see how that trend line comes into play. Look, tags it there. Just zoom out. Well, I got it drawn twice because I did it on the 5-minute. You can see like it tags it there, it tags it there. And I love third contacts. Look, it tags it right there. No signal to buy it on the momentum oscillators. If we scroll ahead, you can just wait for the 4th contact. There's the 4th contact. You can see how it toys with the trend line. And even right here on Friday at 3 o'clock, it's right to the trend line. It only went like a few dollars below it. And it opened on the copper, high-grade copper opened tonight at the Asian Open, ran up like 400 points. And my indicator works really good. I like divergence in RSI, but I don't trade copper yet because I can't afford to trade copper. But you can see while prices are making an uptrend, you can see RSI is making a downtrend. And that top of the wick right there, it falls in the green candlestick. So even before the sell-off starts, we have a real good signal in RSI. And I was looking at gold on Friday. There's a long-term trend line which I've got here. You can see it's all the way up. And then on Friday, it was down on my trend line. And I was looking at it, and my friend likes to play poker, and I'm trying to talk to him into like playing. So here's that trend line that goes right back for 2 months. And at my lunchtime, it got above it. And I had no signal to buy it. It got below it. I would have got stopped out. You can see it's back above it. It toys with it. It's finding more support on it. And then right there, it's above and away. So it's up 10 points from 7 o'clock on Friday afternoon up until the Asian Open right here. So, I don't understand why the strategists that I work with, for example, between the S&P, the markets that they trade, between the S&P, Eurodollar, the bond, which is a German bond, and oil, he predicts where the markets are going to pause and stuff. He uses horizontal levels called pivot levels. I like trend lines that are diagonal. A few were stop outs, but a few were good runs, like 200 points. And for the week, his strategies would have made 269 points. And each tick, when you're trading futures, is worth $12.50. So let's say the Eurodollar moves 1 cent, and 1 cent is 100 ticks. Well, that's 100 times £12.50, or $1,250 profit. So, if you traded his strategy and took some losses and took some gains, 269 ticks by $12.50 US is $3,300 US for the week, and on a year, that's a nice salary of 150,000. And for example, he made a few mistakes. He never had this trend line drawn here, and I always like the 3rd contact. And you can see right here, it makes a 3rd contact in a strategy, but he's saying to get short right here at this level right here, thinking that the market will go down. But clearly at that arrow right there, the market has confirmed that trend line, so the market's going up. But you can see this red trend line here. You take point here and a point here and a point here, you could have had a short entry with this downtrend holding, and you could have had a short entry here with a break of this longer term trend line. So you could have gotten short right here for a real nice technical reason. And there's a few other trend lines you missed, but they're not important. If you missed, there was 2 points here. You could have extended in the future. That would have confirmed the range for this point. There was 2 points here, one and here. You can see how that came into play later in the week. It tagged it here, and on the 20th, and on the 23rd. And he also didn't have a trend line across these wicks right here. So you can see how important the third or fourth contact to a trend line is. And the same goes for crude. So I found an algorithmic trading platform, a website that I can set trend line on, because I can only set price alerts for the pivot levels, the horizontal levels. But now I can set price alerts for diagonal trend line. So when prices go above or below a trend line, I can get alerted to that, so I can hopefully make trades based on that. Now, for example, gold made a big run up in the last 2 months, and you know, the break of that trend line happened when I was at work. It's just like, it's just so frustrating that I can't catch those trend line breaks. If I draw the trend line now, when I take off the other trend lines, because the angle of the trend line changed. So I've drawn this right here. I've zoomed in too much. If I zoom out, from the 15th of September, when the gold really gets going, it tags the trend line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And this big break here, it happens at like 11:30 when I'm at work, and gold is down 60 points. And there's a real nice divergence signal at the top right here. We have level prices, but we have a real clear divergence signal, and I was expecting gold to make a pullback. And what was I doing at like 11 o'clock when on the 19th, when gold dropped 40 points that day? Oh, I was probably getting a 96-year-old lady out of the chair, which I've done 1,000 times before, and I was probably getting criticized by my boss, who has half the experience I do, that I didn't do it correctly because I let her pull on the bed bars because she was worried the patient might break the bed bars. When I could have been home trading gold and trading 1% of my account and making 400 quid. Frustrating. I continue. Oh yeah, so I'm off next in 2 weeks. I'm off on the 1st of April. 1st of November, I planned that because on the 3rd of November is the FOMC meeting, which they might make a big announcement on some economic news called quantitative easing. So I'm purposely off that week to trade that market news. And we're listening to Progressive House song Mixed February. It's not very good.